Greetings, everybody. I am your rooster narrator, and welcome to Wolfinia. This is episode 248 of my Minecraft survival series, and we are once again out here at the Eclipse Outpost, our raid farm, with the intent of getting all of this completed by the end of today's episode. It is a tall order, but I think we can do it, even if this video ends up coming out a little bit late, because I don't know how long it's going to take me to do all this. But before we get started, I do need to make a stop back in Wolfinia, because I did notice that our golem friend right here is looking a little worse for the wear, because he's been getting in fights out here with pillagers that have been spawning on this roof somewhere. Now, how they're spawning, I'm not 100% sure, but the fact remains that they are indeed spawning out here. And if we can't do anything to prevent their spawning, we're at least going to make sure that our bouncer here is good to go. So, right now it's back to Wolfinia for some potions, for some supplies, for some resources, and my last few minutes of peace before I start this project. Boop. Oh, crap. That was the wrong boop. I meant to boop this. That was an erroneous boop. Ignore the erroneous boop. Boop. There we go. Then as far as our shopping list goes, we're going to need some deep slate to make some deep slate variant items. And we're also going to dip into the items that we have bulk quantities of: sand, gravel, stone, of course. Got way too much stone. All right, we're not done getting all our items together yet, but let's go ahead and feed this guy while we're here. He's hungry, isn't he? He's too hungry. I'm gonna get you more. I promise. Boop. Still not enough for you, huh? That's fine. That's fine. I got other plans. We're gonna go ahead and move this guy somewhere safe for the time being. You could just cooperate with me, that'd be great. If you could just step inside, sir, that'd be wonderful. Thank you. Your new job title is Loss Prevention Specialist. You're here to prevent my items from being taken by the pillagers that spawn on this roof. So you can handle it? That looks janky. You don't mind the aesthetics, do you? No, you don't care about that kind of stuff. Yeah, we'll come back here later, but that's good enough for now. All right. Time to get to work. Now, we're going to approach this a little bit differently than we did last episode, because last episode, we were putting down our concrete over here. We pre-made the concrete, pre-broke it and all that stuff, then we laid it down as hardened concrete. This time, I'm thinking what we're going to do to simplify things is put down a little base platform right beneath where our concrete goes, and we'll just lay the powder down over top of that. That way, once we end up flooding this area, we will get our hardened concrete where the hardened concrete goes with much less work than we had to do over there. And then as far as that deep slate we got, we're going to use that to fill in this inner circle and these green terracotta patches with probably a deep slate tile slab that's going to be waterlogged. And I think that should offer us a little bit more variety in the different sections of this place. But I don't know if we're going to get around to that in this time lapse or if we're going to save that for a little bit later in the episode. So let's go ahead and call the drone on over here, put on a little bit of music, and get to work. Welcome back, everybody. We have made some progress here, but there is still a little bit more work to do. We didn't get around to getting our slabs and stuff in, but you know, it's a lot of work, man. This is a lot of work, and I am happy with the progress we are making on it. It's looking good so far. We'll get the slabs and stuff in where they need to go a little bit later in this episode, because I am looking forward to calling this finished. But in doing what we did, I did have to run back and forth between here and Wolfinia and Wharf to get some supplies, and I figured while doing so, I could also boop some more potions for our golem friend. Get him feeling a little bit better. Boop. Oh, look at that. Finally full. So our golem friend is now looking good. He's feeling good. I am looking good. I am feeling good. The Eclipse Outpost is looking good. It's feeling good, with a couple small exceptions. Most of those located in this structure right here. The back area specifically, which it keeps escaping my attention. So, we're going to go ahead and work on that before I forget about it again. Now, fortunately, this is going to be pretty simple because we don't really have to do anything more than extend bits of the building that we already have in place just to make sure the back is cohesive with everything else, right? Which is a good thing because it requires very little thought. And I am not a fan of thinking. So we extend the stairs, then we can poke a hole in here, get rid of the stone brick where the white concrete needs to go. We can throw the correct block in here, and that won't affect anything, won't mess anything up, everything is still good. Then the bottom area goes on the outside, and that's pretty much it. And that's actually really simple, and I should have just done this when we built the whole thing, that way we had a completed structure to begin with. Man, I'm getting lazy. Now, as far as the back goes, the white concrete is actually on the same level as this not sticky block, and we do need that to remain not sticky, so we can probably just pull the back out, maybe by about a block. See how that goes? I don't know. Worry about that when we get to it. And we are actually going to be changing up the top here anyway based on this, because we're going to need to pull this side out a little bit in order for everything to do what it needs to do. So yeah, pulling the back out definitely not out of the question. Alright, that is one side down. Now, as far as the back here, I did start to extend it because we're doing it to this side right here, so why not, right? But I don't think that's actually 100% necessary, because if we were to replace this slime block with something that's not a slime block, it would stick to the slime block to do the exact same job the slime block is doing with no adverse effects. Then we can put our white concrete right there. And doing that does save me a bit of work. So, of course, that's the option I'm going for. So we can just go boop, and then it's easy peasy, problem squeezy. That's not the phrase, is it? And there we go. All right. What in the world? Little failure to launch there. That's fine. All right, there we go. We've got the structure now looking a little bit more complete, though the back does look a little bit plain because I neglected to put in the little flare-outs on the corners. Now, I don't think we need too much decorative stuff around the back, but maybe it would be good to add these at least. Hopefully that works, because that's all the time I'm dedicating to this. You know what? It looks good enough. Good enough for me. Alright, so before we can call the exterior to this structure complete, there is one more little tiny thing I would like to address, and that is these wonky doors up here. Let's just go ahead and try to make them look a little bit more presentable, you know? Almost as if they were meant to be here. I think that's probably good enough. I mean, it looks fine from the inside. And as far as the outside goes, I can live with it. And I think that's probably a good enough place to call it for the structure. It is complete. I mean it this time. Let's get a leaf in here. Because we do have pillagers spawning here, and I don't know where they're spawning. I don't know where they're coming from, to be honest, though. I ain't worried about it. Because at this point, our villagers have moved on. They're safe. Our golems are safe. And the pillagers aren't really posing much of a threat to anybody, aside from me. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to stay out of this area, and then we ain't going to have a problem. No, we're not. No, we're not. You know why? Because I'm leaving. Now, I want to return to the platform and finish getting in our slabs around this area and just get this whole thing done so we can call the whole thing finished. So, at this point, let's go ahead and call the drone on over here, put on a little bit of music, and get to work. Welcome back, everybody. Oh, we need a better view. This thing is freaking huge. My goodness. Now, you may notice I only did the deep slate slabs around the inner circle and not where the green terracotta is, because I kind of like the green terracotta and birch and how it matches with the sand and the foliage surrounding the Eclipse Outpost. You know, it kind of serves to tie the structure that we've built here into the surrounding areas, right? Which I think is kind of nice, you know? I didn't just not do it because I was lazy. That was only part of it. Oh, yeah. You might notice we had a little incident here. Crap. But it's fine, you know? It's fine. Our resources are fine. The structure's gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. It was just mildly traumatic. You know, stuff here is definitely spawning where it shouldn't be spawning. It looks like he spawned on a spot occupied by a trapdoor, which is interesting. Y'all do that? Maybe doing this will help. Yeah, I don't know why that bird's in here. That bird was just in here, flying around. I have no idea why. But the creeper maybe spawned right here. is what I'm thinking, because there's really nowhere else that the creeper could have spawned that I can think of. So that has to be it. Oh, right now I'm just cleaning up my mess. We're done. Just about. All right, we got the last of it packed up and ready to move. And we are just about ready to call the Eclipse Outpost our raid farm finished. It feels good, man. We were here a lot longer than I thought we'd be. Granted, that was my decision. It was my choices that kept us here. But still, it's always nice to see a project to completion and just have the satisfaction of looking over it and calling it done. Well, let me go ahead and just run this stuff back to Wolfinia, and then we'll come back. Why? Oh. But you just can't stay out of trouble, can you? You just can't help yourself, huh? My goodness. We got problems with this guy no matter where he goes. Boop. You just wanted more, didn't you? No, you wanted to keep getting in fights. That's what you wanted to do. But you know what? If you want to fight, there's nothing I can do to stop you. Better to let you roam freely, get out, breathe some fresh air, than having me come through the portal one day and you decide you want to pick a fight with me. Now, before we actually do leave here, there is something else I want to do. I want to go ahead and clear out all of this mess. Now, we're not going to be taking all of this stuff with us, but I am going to put together a shulker of good crossbows, so we're going to need to repair a lot of these. And I have gone ahead and installed a little smelting system right here for our axes and armors and all that stuff that we've gotten from this place, because we don't really need any of this stuff. So we can go ahead and smelt it up and get ourselves some little iron nuggets in return. Now, I think since we don't spawn any other mobs here aside from the pillagers now, we'll probably only be getting axes, but, you know, still worth it to be able to get a little bit more iron when we need it. A lot of this stuff, though, the non-stackable items at least, just going to be trash. Actually, I take that back. I forgot. One of the most useful items is in here. And I'm an idiot. But crossbows specifically are trash. Now, I do have a box full of crossbows that are freshly repaired, but all these ones we don't need, we're going to destroy in that lava right there. So what I've done is just poked a hole in my wall. That way we can just insert all of these trash crossbows in here and just dispose of them, clear out our system, and I don't have to worry about them anymore. So I will have to worry about what I'm putting in there and just make sure I'm paying attention. The storage system is clean. Look at it, freshly dusted, all empty, all nice. We're gonna start filling it back up in a minute though. I wanna use the raid farm to kind of compare what we get now to what we got during phase 1 the last time this was actually in operation. How are our nuggets doing? We're doing pretty good. Yeah, that's nice. All right, y'all ready to give this thing a test run? The fully completed raid farm needs a test run. We don't have any guys with banners out there. It's flush anyway. Just to see if I'm missing anybody, because I hear folks. I hear them. But the easy way is to just kind of fly out and refresh our spawns around our little platform here to see if we can get anybody. What in the world are you doing? This Enderman's lost his dang mind. Yeah, you put that dirt back where you found it. Do we have a volunteer? We do have a volunteer. Oh, he's eager. He is eager to go. All right. I am eager too. I am eager to see how this raid farm works when we stress test it. I'm thinking I'm probably going to stay here for about an hour and really try to break this thing in. All right, so we got our bad omen. If you've watched the past couple episodes, you already know the raid farming process. I'm not going to walk you through it again. At this point, let's just call the drone on over here, put on a little bit of music, have some fun, and collect some emeralds. And of course, panic! Panic, panic, panic! And with that, I think we're going to go ahead and call it end our raids for the day. We did get all of our tools mended up and all of our elytra mended up, as well as a pretty decent amount of levels. So let me go ahead and clear out my stuff down here, and we'll check on our items and see what riches we've managed to accumulate. And if we got as many emeralds as I think we got, well, we may supplement our villager trading mending sessions with sessions here as well. That Enderman's still around here somewhere. Anyway, look at this. Oh boy, you can make beacons with that. Buy quartz with that. This has non-stackable items. Non-stackable items are supposed to go over here, which apparently the majority of them are, but not all of them. Oh. Hi, excuse me. You're not doing your job. That's fine. I'll handle it for you. There, see how it's done? Now these are only non-stackable, but we do get some non-stackables in here, as well as emeralds, which means our item filters are not working the way they should. Kinda disappointing. That is something I will look into in between episodes and see if I can figure out what's going on and how we can address that in the future. I mean, as far as drops go, more emeralds. As far as drops go, drops are looking good. But I think that is it for us today, because I am out of time. We do need to get rid of this bad omen effect before we head back to Wolfinia, though. So, let's go ahead and start one final raid and then finish it quickly. Guys, you don't need to panic. Watch this. It's going to be great. Birdie? Hey, Birdie! The Birdie made his way up here somehow. That's awesome. This is awesome, too. Oh. I won't get tired of hearing those horns anytime soon, I'm sure. I think my ears are bleeding from the past hour. Alright. You guys ready to get out of here? Because I'm ready to get out of here. You get out of here too. Oh boy, we have spent a month out here at the Eclipse Outpost. Totally worth it. A little bit more to do, but nothing that's going to take us even an episode to get done. But that's what we're going to go ahead and call it for today. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please be sure to hit that little thumbs up button. That would mean a whole lot to me. And if you want to see more of Wolfinia, please remember to subscribe. But as always, I just want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I deeply appreciate it. And until next time, I am the reason you should never smile at a crocodile. And I will see you guys later.